Did you just eat a Snickers?
Uh-huh.
The way you're chewing just sounds Snickersy.
And I've got a Reese's Bell.
Okay.
Christmassy. Okay. YouTube.
I haven't downloaded Doom VFR yet.
Oh, it's still not live on my YouTube.
It's live on my YouTube.
It just probably takes like 30 seconds. What's really interesting is that if you look at these fucking thumbnails here, since most of them are my head, you can like see my hair growing.
We just time lapse it.
Yeah. Wait,
Check the
how many
notes
episodes do you
here.
have on here?
I don't know.
Only 15. Weird. I thought we'd been doing this longer, but it's only been like 15 episodes that's on here.
What? It's been a lot longer than 15 episodes. Look at YouTube or Twitch.
Oh, never mind. Some of these are offline. Oh, whatever.
Weird.
Anyway.
I don't know.
Oops. Let me open YouTube again.
Open Twitter. That prepped.
Tweet
Putting
salad.
notes up.
It still
Did I
is
play
not
anything
showing on
new?
here.
Click Discord. Is Discord opening up? I'll at least have it up.
Yeah. I don't see it on YouTube yet. I'm still taking time. Maybe if I go to my Gmail, it'll have a link saying you went live. Yeah, it totally does. But the YouTube page doesn't have it listed on the Byte Industry page. I don't know. Maybe that just takes longer to update. Alrighty. You know what blew my mind? The Star Wars movies. Did you know that like they got like updated multiple times?
The original trilogy?
Yeah, like I thought.
It was like 4 or 5 times.
I thought they got updated for the special edition. But apparently they got updated during the DVD release from the special edition and during the Blu-ray release and then like another random update. And it's like tiny shit. Like one of them was like Ewoks now have eyelids that blink. And like one of the updates, it's like this really minor shit. It's like, what the fuck are you doing, George Lucas? Now he doesn't obviously have control over that, but like...
Do you think he does? No.
I wish he did sometimes. I'd like to see the weirdness that he could come up with, but...
What do you think he does all day besides just like reacting to whatever the latest Star Wars movie is?
He's actually all of those...
George Lucas agrees that this is good.
All of those Last Jedi hot takes are him. Okay, let me listen to levels here. Okay, ow! I hit my foot. All right, this is me talking at a pretty decently loud voice. Matt, you want to go?
This is me talking at a loud-ish voice. I'm gonna go live to Twitch too while we do.
TJ?
This.
Yep, I'm going to be speaking like this, and I hope we're not getting a lot of background noise from the kids.
I don't hear any of it, so probably fine. All right, let me listen. Everyone.
2 of them are playing Minecraft on the Switch on the TV, and one of them is playing on my Switch playing Mario Odyssey.
All right.
Which I've been playing a crap ton of lately.
Silence?
No.
Let me listen.
No.
Oh shit! I gotta play HQ trivia real quick. They had technical difficulties earlier.
Wait, is it on now?
Yeah.
Everyone silence. I'm trying to listen to levels. I don't know what's wrong with my microphone.
Everything?
No, I think my microphone just sucks shit now. I think I need to get a new microphone. Matt, do you have a recommendation of a USB microphone?
Not the one I have.
That's not a Yeti. Or a Blue Snowball.
It's also the same thing.
No, they're different.
Same company, though.
Okay, like, the Blue Yeti is obviously the best microphone. It's $100. It's good. Whatever. Okay. But I'm going to say Blue, like, does that thing where they're like, we're like, we want to be like Apple, so we're making our own product. But like, because the problem with the Blue is it doesn't have any traditional microphone like jack hookups. Not like analog, but so like on this microphone I can't fuck with it too much because we're watching. But like on the bottom of a microphone you have threads that hook into like most standard microphone stands. It's like here, it's this shape, this circle. And most microphones have screws that are this shape, or they have an adapter that will fit in the middle. The Blue Yeti, it's just its own fucking thing. It's got the stand like attached, built in. It's like, why does this not have just the standard microphone? This shitty microphone that I don't like because the gain on it is fucked or something. It just crackles like when I'm loud. Like there's nothing that can be done. It's fucked. Like I'm trying to describe it. Like has the actual correct hookups though, so I can use any microphone stands with it. So it's like the dumb shit you have to do with. There
are two standard microphone stands that have been around since like the mid 70s, probably maybe 60s, and then Blue came around and it's like, fuck that shit. Yeah. 22 seconds. I'm gonna win.
It's saying like, the microphone weighs. It's pretty heavy. It also. Oh, never mind. It's too heavy for most shock mounts because the fucking microphone itself is like a pound and a half. But it says apparently no. Maybe they come with standard 5/8 inch threading now. Huh.
Alright.
Yeah, and the problem is that like the shock mounts that like I told you they're like fucking Apple. They're like, well, you can use our custom shock mount. It's only $50, and like a shock mount should be like $20, or a pop filter's $40 when they should be like $10. So it's kind of like you're kind of stuck in their like ecosystem of stuff is the problem. But the thing is that this mic just kind of sucks. I'm just dealing with it right now. I think it's gotten worse over time. I wish that it was better. Let's see if they didn't say. Yeah, I guess they're saying it's cheaper than the Yeti, but it's not good. I just don't like it. Like I can hear my fucking like voice peaking, and I'm not that loud. There's no gain.
Yeah.
Like I can't adjust
sometimes
the gain.
it can just overload within the microphone. Especially is that a Behringer, the one that you have?
Audio-Technica.
Audio-Technica. Because I've had that happen with Behringers where the element itself will overload.
Yeah. Maybe it's this fucking pop filter I put on it. I'm sorry about this loudness that's happening. Oh, that wasn't too bad noise. Me taking that off. Does that help a little bit? Maybe that is actually ruining the noise. Is that better? You know what's really interesting about this microphone is that it has this grill on the top up here, but you can't. It has a grill on the back here, but it only captures from the front. I don't know why it has those, just to look good, I guess.
Does
Probably.
You can't select different patterns or something?
Nope.
Oh.
It's this. This is it. This is nothing. So like this is nothing. This is no sound. And this is normal.
Check.
Well, actually, it did seem to work
check,
when it was up at the
check.
top. I thought it was side address only. What about the back side? Is that better? Or is that better? You sound good, though, this week, Mike. Or, not Mike, but Matt.
Oh,
Okay.
thanks. I've been
The
practicing.
back definitely doesn't work. So. Sorry, Matt.
I got 3 questions down, so I'm good. I'm 1/4
I'm
of
already
the way
up.
to winning.
Wait, are you playing HQ Trivia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it
I'm already
live
out.
right now?
Yeah.
What the fuck? God damn it, we're recording. Alright, this is just the way I'm going to sound.
Okay.
I think we all sound
It's
good.
face, Matt. Matt's face.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to just mute this
If
hangout
there's
for a second.
any
And I'm going to listen to
TJ-centric
my...
questions, I'll need you to...
Yep. I'll keep watching
fuck.
for you.
In Persona 5. Ugh.
This hangout, I can't mute the hangout. Alright.
You mute the page.
I think our level sounds good. Alright, if you guys want to just be silent for a hot sec, I'm going to check levels. Alright. Okay, I think we all sound good. Matt, you were a little bit more
2DS
quiet this
XL.
week than you were last week.
Matt, 2DSXL.
Oh, really? I already hit switch.
Yes.
I fucked up.
Why
Yep,
would you
you did.
hit switch? Obviously, it's wrong.
2DSXL came out this summer.
Yeah, the switch was like in April.
March.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that
Savage.
was savage.
Yep.
Fuck.
HQ Trivia coming to Android.
At least I'm
or
not
hear
the
you.
only one that was dumb. I panicked
January
because the
1st.
app
That was a TJ
froze and I
Central.
thought I was going to run out of time. So I was like, I can't wait for TJ to answer it.
Would you have gotten in time?
I think so, yeah. Because you said it right after I hit the button.
Yeah.
Antarctica. I always have to keep watching to make sure I get at least 2 questions wrong. Otherwise, I'd kick myself. But so far, like, I always get at least 4 wrong.
Although technically a lot of it's ocean because Antarctica is an archipelago. Archipelago? I don't know how you pronounce it. I don't know. Different
What
places
is
in
an
different worlds, and you don't have time right away.
Is that like a bunch of
It's
different
instead of
islands?
islands, Group of islands, yeah.
Well, I guess we're gonna not start recording until these 2 fuckers are done with their goddamn trivia show that
I'm technically
nobody likes.
done.
Everybody hates.
I think it's 1
bad.
stone, but I don't know.
I think so too. Oh, I'm
Oh, stone
British.
is like 8
I
pounds or
measure
something.
things in stone because I'm an old timey person. Derp a derp a derp.
£14, okay. You know, I don't care anymore. Should we just do this, Matt?
I'll multitask.
I'm done caring.
Welcome
That's
to
fine.
Born
John
in
and I
the
will
80s.
reminisce about old internet.
Did you
I
send
really
out your
want to talk
tweet
about old
salad?
internet. Oh, yeah, I didn't send anything on Twitter at all.
British Parliament
I
is
have
the
no-
answer.
Is it?
I don't know. I think so.
More like shittish parliament. You guys suck. You really suck. We're gonna record here, and you guys are playing your game that nobody likes.
Supreme Court.
Okay, I got 2 wrong. I don't care anymore.
We're done.
Who's gonna win?
Twitter.
Welcome to Born in the 80s.
Podcast.
I'm Matt, your host.
We're not ready to start.
Quiz game.
Oh,
It started
I'm gonna
late.
sneeze.
Quiz game. Quiz.
All right, ready?
Quiz game.
All right.
Yeah.
Welcome to Born in the 80s, to episode 296. Sorry.
Beam bum ba doo bum bum ba doom bum beat a dum bum.
Welcome, one and all.
Welcome
Welcome
to Born in the 80s.
Welcome to Born in the 80s, episode
Welcome
296.
to Born in the 80s.
I'm your host. Welcome to Born in the 80s, episode 296. I'm your host, John Danger Row, joined by my co-hosts.
Matt Hag.
And co-host TJ May.
Yes, TJ's here. TJ, can I ask you about your wedding band? What kind of wedding band do you have? I saw it in the image there real quick.
It's a band. It's gold and
Band
comes
of
off
horses?
easily.
Is it
Is it
made
made of hide?
of? Is it made of real gold?
Joke.
Okay, he just ate it.
Okay,
Yeah,
don't
it is.
swallow.
Oh, cool. I don't know. I'm trying to think of what kind of wedding band I want. I don't know. I think I
You
want
can
to
do
get
what I saw on the internet.
a really cheap one.
I saw, or not on the internet. Sorry, my wife was watching 4 weddings on TLC, and someone,
Okay.
husband and wife, got their wedding bands tattooed on themselves.
That's horrible, and I will never do that.
And then I saw a GIF the other day of someone blowing smoke rings onto someone as an engagement
Oh,
ring.
I saw
I
that.
did see that
I think
one.
I saw John tweet that.
I saw the vape engagement.
Yeah, John, that was you.
It was really bad.
What was it,
I
a vape engagement?
Well, yeah, it was
Vape
vaping,
engagement.
I think. Nobody's ever smoking real cigarettes anymore. It's all vaping now for those tricks. You can't get the
enough.
smoke with without the vape, you know. So, all right.
Cotton.
So yeah, I don't know. I think I like that style though, TJ. The just classic gold band.
Yeah, and I wanted it thick because I got stubby fingers,
Yeah.
so I didn't go thin at all. Because
I just
my
want,
fingers
like-
are basically just little sausages.
I just like fucking. I like the regular ass gold color too. Like none of that white gold. I want like classic ass gold.
Yep. I mean, I would have done platinum, but I can't afford it. Come and knock on my door. Someone's waiting for you.
Do you know what is the most insane shit, by the way?
Almost
Everything?
everything on Twitter.
Swatting people.
Yeah.
So this
Slotting?
is just news today. Wichita police was shot and killed a 28-year-old man who was after a reported hostage situation. The Wichita police have said that it was a false call meant to draw SWAT officers to the scene. An act known as swatting. It appears to be linked to an argument over Call of Duty, although that has not been confirmed.
Well, that
It's
explains
fucking
why
insane.
people
This is
were mentioning, like, if you have any kind of online following, talk to your local police and let them know
Yeah.
that, like, you're at risk for swatting.
Yep. I mean, it's the most insane shit. So they got a call saying that he had killed his dad and the rest of the family is at gunpoint, and he doused the house with gasoline. When the police arrived on the scene, a man answered the door. He was given verbal instructions and complied. But according to the department statement, he reached towards his waistband, leading to an officer to fire. So it's the most insane shit. Like, you just sit there completely following instructions and they're just going to shoot you because it's insane.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
there's not really a ton of I'm probably going to talk out of my ass and say something wrong, but there's not a ton of consistency in how SWAT teams are trained across the country. It's all kind of up to the department. So the idea was originally that like they would have this military-esque equipment and then would receive equivalent training, but now a lot of departments have the equipment but don't have adequate training in how to use it and how to de-escalate situations. So we're fucked.
What I'm now, this might just be wishful thinking, but can the person who called in the false police report, can they get charged for manslaughter?
Or no, there's a lot of murder actually. They're like homicide or something like that, or it's they can be tried as like a conspiracy to commit homicide or something. Like there's a lot of states that have taken that up, because I mean it's the same thing as like, you know, calling in a fake bomb threat to get someone killed or you know what I mean? Like it's
or like shouting fire in a crowded space and causing a trampling or something.
Yeah,
I'm just worried that
allowed.
What needs to happen is this needs to have a lot of publicity, and then this crap won't happen anymore. At least not to that extent.
It blows my mind that with all of this happening all the time, because this happens like multiple times a year, I mean, okay, it's insane. This is a tough situation for the cops because all they have to go off is what they hear on the phone. And this very well could be a situation where this guy has an innocent family held at gunpoint. They don't know. But to go completely off of a phone call without like doing any sort of like scoping the house out, trying to get someone in there and like look through windows and stuff, like try and get some background, get the guy on the phone again, like do some sort of hostage negotiation before, you know, that, because obviously they like knocked on the door. The guy probably showed up at the door being like, what the fuck's happening? Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, and then somehow he gets shot after that. Cause like, it's insane. Cause like a lot of these, they bust the door down without even like knocking or something. And then like, or what likely happened is they had the fucking police like horns come on and be like, come out, you know, blah, blah, blah. We're surrounded. And the guy did it. And like, it's just insane. Like, what the fuck? It's insane. Like, this should not be. But like, what else can you do? Because I'm sure there's situations where that could happen, where they could save lives by doing that. Like, it's just what they need to do is the punishment for that needs to be as severe as committing the act itself of killing someone. Like, it just needs. If someone dies, you're the one liable for that murder for making the call. That would,
and not just liable in a civil suit. I want criminal hearings. I want jail time.
I think it's happened. Let me see. Swatting convictions.
Well, the guy that did it posted about it on Twitter, so he shouldn't be too hard to find.
Nope. So there's a Snopes article saying that one of the things was fake. Here we go. Teen pleads guilty to 23 charges of swatting. Lizard Squad member. Ended days after an 8-hour swatting broadcast. Jesus Christ. He's in Canada. It doesn't say what happened to him. Cases. Yeah, again, I agree. It needs to be completely like, here we go.
Shut down hard. Yeah.
Yeah, like it just needs to come down hard on this. They need to investigate this as some sort of as a crime, as a murder case. Like where the police did the murdering, but based off of tips.
Just like just like what you would consider a suicide by cop.
Yeah.
You know, if someone was taunting the police with intent to get themselves killed, that's still rule of suicide.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. It's some insane shit. Like, see, a lot of these are fake. Like, there's a 15-year-old Paul Horner was sentenced 25 years in federal prison for swatting. Not true, according to Snopes. So there's like that came out as an article. Yeah, it's a hoax. God, fucking news. God damn it. Seriously. In this fucking like era of fake news, fucking baiting politicians, you gotta be like, You gotta have your fucking shit correct if you're a newspaper now. Like, I don't want to see any of that fuck ups. You gotta be ready. You know what I mean? Like, I forget what it was. It was it ABC News that was talking about the Trump investigation or someone, like, targeting. They had some shit and they didn't at all. It was, like, fake. Like, you can't be an upstanding news organization and do that shit.
And the problem is, you know, each of
There's
these
a microscope now.
There's microscope, but there's also less and less funding for journalism in general.
Yeah. Well, it's because everybody wants free articles online.
Exactly. Which means they have to then pander to advertisers.
Yeah, or if you're a website like Gawker.com, you get sued by a multi-billionaire who you wronged in the past and gets your website taken down. Because he wins a court case. Like, it's stuff. There's no money. There's no things. Shit. Like, it's just fucked up. It's fucked up, man. Let's see.
Not worth a full discussion.
This is a whole new level of
reason
fucked up. Okay. I just want to say I just read this in the article. I don't think you mentioned it yet, but so the two guys got involved in an argument in Call of Duty. The one person threatened to SWAT the other person, so the second person provided a fake address to that person. The SWAT happened, and that fake address was this random dude who got killed.
Oh, good. Even better.
So now they're both involved.
That's just John's theory of the samurai neighbor.
Yeah, literally. You literally could be some fucking dickwad Call of Duty Twitch streamer, gets into a fucking beef with some asshole, and you just give a fake address that happens to be your address, and the cops show up and fucking murder you. Because you're like, what the fuck's going on? God help you if you're a person of color answering the door. My God. Like, it's like fucking so fucked up. Like, oh God. Ugh. This society, I tell you. Anyway, that shit needs to get investigated. Like, I'm all for privacy and shit with Twitter and Twitch, not like giving up information to law enforcement, but like murder fucking shit like this, no, I don't care. You can give shit away. Give them that info away. Don't protect their privacy, so they don't deserve it. So they're using that privacy to murder people, and that's what it is. Holy fuck. And yeah, I saw that too in the article. Tweet from some anonymous account where the guy's like, well, I'm not the SWAT professional who pulled the trigger. Yeah. Like, it's like, well, you know what? It doesn't fucking matter, because when you mislead someone into doing something, it's not like you're not culpable. Like, yeah, you didn't pull the trigger, but you fucking put the gun pointed at the guy. Like, what else can you do? You did half the work. You just didn't finish it. It's what did you want to happen? What was the point of this? Was to have the fucking police show up.
The lulz. It was just lulz. I don't know. Yeah, fucking people don't realize that the shit they do online has real life consequences, and it's getting old fast.
And what sort of liability do you think is going to be on the guy who gave the fake address, though? Because there's going to be something.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, something reckless endangerment.
He's not the one who sent a SWAT team on someone.
No, but I'm sure. I guarantee you, some court will be like, okay, he said he was going to send a SWAT team, and you gave someone else's address.
Yeah.
So
hopefully
you knew
they're
that was
both
going to happen. He had
in
threatened
America,
it.
so they can be charged. I mean, if they're international, then
actually there was a case that I was looking at. I was looking through convictions. There was a case where a guy who had swatted someone in the U.S. from the U.K. was picked up by the U.K. police. So it looks like, at least in some countries, they're going to have some sort of that. Especially, how fucking stupid do you have to be, though, to have a public beef on social media and swat someone?
Yeah.
Like, these guys aren't even like some anon hacker asshole who's just trying to fucking fuck with people for the lulz. He's literally a two fucking guys who, and they deleted their Twitter accounts and their fucking Twitch accounts. Too late. It's over. They're going to be able to find that.
Can't delete shit from the internet. And I would like, this is too much to hope for, but I would also like there to be an investigation into the police department on like, hey, when the SWAT
was proper force
gets called out, can we like maybe not shoot people immediately. Like,
yeah, especially men who are clearly not armed, you know, and maybe reaching for their fucking waist because their arm drops or something is not the same as guy holding a gun or a knife or something. Like, if you're not visibly armed, it's just it's
if you
insane
can't
how
fucking
trigger happy
see a
cops
gun.
are.
I don't know. I don't know how to be a cop. All I know is there's a lot of people that get shot accidentally.
Yeah, it shouldn't happen.
I think a lot of it is the people you would really want, the people you'd expect to actually protect, are not the people who are going into law enforcement.
Yeah.
People who are choosing to go into law enforcement aren't doing it for, let's enforce the law. It's, look at this cool stuff I get to do, and it makes me feel better.
Yeah.
About myself.
And that's the thing with like departments getting tanks and shit. Like, people in the military look at that and they're like, oh, Alexa's talking.
Well, I know.
Like, you have to go through a shit ton of training and have a ton of like discipline to be able to handle this stuff, and they're not doing any of it.
Oh yeah, like there's a lot of ex-military that go into police because there's just a lot of crossover there. You know, like it's just how it is. It's how life is.
So on a lighter note, I was doing some research because I'm playing a lot of Super Mario Odyssey, and I found out that I found out that the old Bowser amiibo, which I got used because I wanted it for my copy of Mario Luigi Paper Jam.
Sure.
But my Bowser amiibo functions the same, well, almost the same as the Wedding Bowser amiibo in terms of finding purple coins for me.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Well, how is it different?
If I'm not talking about Princess Peach right now. Well, first of all, there's two different ways you can put amiibos in the game. There is just any time you hold the right arrow key or the right arrow, and you plop it on the amiibo scanner, and then it just adds it to the. It will do something like either like give you some coins, or this one, finding purple coins. And then there is a little like amiibo robot that you could talk to in the game, and you put an amiibo on there, and they'll go ahead and be like, okay, it's gonna find you a location of a power moon, but it's gonna take 5 to come back to me. I'll give you that hint.
Okay.
And then if it's a special amiibo that gives a costume, that's where it would give you the costume if you haven't already bought it.
Yeah. Okay.
The problem is I've already bought most of the ones that my amiibos would unlock, which sucks. But no, I'm getting all the purple coins are super, super helpful.
Yeah, it's kind of like cool that they have the amiibo functionality. I guess I like that they don't have it's not like locked out that you have to have the like functionality to get the costumes, you know, like you can get those in game, but you just earn them for free otherwise. But I have all the amiibos, you know, for this, so I'm good.
I have none of them for this specifically. But I do happen to have a Mario, or at least an 8-bit Mario. I've got the print from the Smash, or no?
Yeah.
From the Super Mario line.
Okay.
And I got the Smash Brothers Bowser.
Okay. Yeah, I have all three of the Tux guys, or the Tux guys in the wedding dress. They look cool.
Yep.
I love Peach allows you to cheat in the game, so that's nice. I don't know if you've
I forgot, what does Peach do?
But you basically get the...
Does she give you the just heart in general, or like power hearts?
She gives you the heart. She gives you the 6 heart upgrade.
Okay.
Anytime you touch her to the base, it pops out the 6 heart upgrade, and then you can get full hearts up to 6. So it isn't, I guess, not like cheating, but boy, I've gotten through boss battles with that.
like the ones on the freaking dark side of the moon.
Yeah, those aren't too bad. Like, but yeah,
there's no healing in between. And other than buying a 6 heart thing, how do you start with more than 3?
Wait, what do you... Oh, yeah, you just use the amiibo, though. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, but does it make you? You don't have to redo battles that you've won, though, do you? You don't have to beat them all in a row. You can come back to where you were if you die.
I beat one, and then died on the second one, and then went back in, and I had to repeat the first one again.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, that's
it's all four. It's all four.
Fun. I didn't have too much trouble with it when I played, because I just healed between each one with the amiibo.
Okay, fair enough.
I would suggest that you get a Peach amiibo and do that.
I have a regular Peach amiibo.
Yeah, I think the regular Peach amiibo does it. So
yeah.
I was like, your daughters will appreciate getting the Peach amiibo. That's a good gift right there, and you can use it yourself to. Get,
I should try it with the Daisy amiibo and see if it works. I have a feeling it won't.
No,
on purpose.
There's like stuff that
I think I did try it with the Daisy.
Yeah, like the other amiibos just give you like random stuff, right? There isn't a
like 1 coin, 5 coins, 10 coins.
Yeah, it's just like random shit. So anyway, that's fun. So you're enjoying it? You've gotten into it?
Yeah, I'm over 250 moons into it, so I've already done the ending, and then got more than 250 moons, so I now have the dark side of the moon, and now it's telling me I need to get to 500 in order to get something else.
I'm not there yet at the 500, but I'm close.
I've already gotten all of the power moons and all of the regional coins in the Cap Kingdom. I am 1 power moon away, or 2 power moons away from getting all of the moons in the Cascade Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just powering through.
That's cool. I love that game. It's really good. It's on my top 10. That's a spoiler, but
it's a lot of fun.
It's on there. It's a good game. Hashtag, it's a good game. God damn it! I closed the dock. I have my shit open. Give me a second. I can get the drive up. So what have I been doing that's not?
Hey John, what have you been doing?
I've been playing games, living my life. I got a new computer monitor. That's it really. I bought Steam sales happening. This holiday sale.
Is it happening right now?
Holidays. It's happening right now.
Hey,
I bought
John,
the Hunter.
We say Merry Christmas on this podcast.
I bought the Hunter Call of the Wild. I'm gonna keep Christmas born in the 80s. Hunter Call of the Wild I bought. I'm trying to think what else I bought. I don't know. I bought a bunch of shit. A bunch of games that I shouldn't buy because I'm never gonna finish them, but I bought them because they're like, oh, it's only $8 instead of $20. Great. It's still pointless. Let me see. God damn it. Oh, you know what? I can look at my email and see my receipts for Steam. What did I buy? What's my haul? Oh, I bought a Steam Link, which is the thing that hooks your Steam to your computer, because they were $5. So
or hooks your Steam to your TV.
I got the Long Dark and the Hunter Call of the Wild. And I bought a Steam Link.
Heard of that.
Yeah, Long Dark. I haven't played it yet, but it's like if I remember correctly, it's like a procedural generated. Is it procedural or is it not? It does have levels. Anyway, it's a survival game with like wolves. Like you're like out in the wilderness or in the
So it's like that one Liam Neeson movie as a video game.
Yes. I haven't played it yet, but it had great reviews, and it's normally like $30, and it was $8, and I was like, all right, I like survival games, I like wolves, I like them both. Let's put them together. So I'll have to play that one. Maybe I'll play it on stream or something as an excuse for me buying it. I can expense it then, right? Huh?
No. Yeah, it's a business expense.
It's not a business expense because there's no business attached to that.
You're operating at a loss. You just have to leverage
that. That is true. Yeah, that's true. I don't know. There's a lot of shit on sale in the Steam sale. I gotta look through it and like see if there's anything else I need. Anything that's like $5. I saw there was an Ultimate Civil War General game that I was thought about buying because I don't know. That seems like something I'd like. I don't know.
Is that like a Total War ripoff or something?
Not a ripoff. I mean, it's his own thing. I think it's like a strategy.
Is there a Civil War Surgeon Simulator yet?
Ultimate General Civil War. Mostly positive
That'd be
and very
great.
positive reviews. It looks pretty neat though. You like battle. I don't know. I feel like I'm not gonna buy this, even though I'm interested in the Civil War. It's $15. I'm never gonna play it. There's too many games this year. This is what happened. There's too many games. I can't get it. I would like to play Dream Daddy, the dad dating simulator. But
Yeah, the Grumps game. Yeah,
I heard it's good.
I heard it's good too.
Real fun.
And you need
like
you need something as a palate cleanser to Doki Doki.
Yeah. Well, I also heard the game, I guess, isn't explicitly about dating dads, so which is nice. Cause
It's got depth to it.
Well, like, okay, I'm gonna sound terrible right now. I'm gonna sound terrible. No, I sound terrible. So, like, I'm not like I don't want to date other dads, but it sounds like. Well, because that's not me as a person. I mean, I guess I could role play as that person, but typically in these like first person like story games, I like to you choose your own adventure as yourself would do it. So no, but I guess apparently if you're not into dating other dads, you can just play it and refuse advances, and you just become like friends with all of the dads. And so you're just like, hey, we hang out, we're friends. I don't know, but it sounds like it's pretty interesting because like. I guess you have I guess the stuff with I guess you have a daughter, and like some people that are real dads talk about how it really kind of hits the heartstrings, I guess, with because you're like kids doing stuff and like I don't know, you're like proud of her in game and stuff. I don't know, it's just well written, I guess, which seems really fun. And I know somebody who played it that was very fun, so I don't know. I'm still kind of like it's a Game Grumps game, which kind of turns me off a little bit, but I mean, I've heard good stuff, so
I mean, if you want to do something that's a bit more serious and a bit more you can really throw yourself into the main character, go to that free one that I played and got myself into 5 years ago.
What's that called?
Just get Katawa Shoujo. Katawa. Shougo or Katawa Shoujo. It's the dating sim from that came out of 4chan. It started off with a bit of concept art, and then from there it was just a bunch of people who met on 4chan, just kind of did it on their own. They spent 4 years making it. It's completely free. It's not full of awful memes. It's actually really, really good and very heartfelt. And there are adult scenes in the game, but it's not bad. I mean, the concept is, hey, it's a dating sim with girls with disabilities.
Oh. Yeah, I'm looking at some of the photos here, and one of the girls doesn't have arms. Another one's got like a burned
one doesn't have
face,
arms. One doesn't have legs. One's got a kind of burns half on the body. One's blind, one's deaf, and then the person who's deaf also has a friend who's her interpreter. No, it's actually very classy and very well done. Music's great, all composed for the game. Don't binge it though.
No,
it's a rough one to binge.
Why?
It's very emotional.
Oh, okay.
Very, very emotional. Yeah.
Well then. So yeah, it's like not Doki Doki Panic though.
No.
It isn't a nightmare.
Before I get to our chatter who's asking a question,
wait,
go ahead and
we have a chatter.
Yeah. So Katawa Shoujo actually translates to, and I'm going to use the more common lingo.
Means fucking bitches.
Oh no, it means gimp girls. It's not really disabled. It's a more like cussing version of disabled. Has anyone really been far as decided to use even go want to do look more like? Wait, I've seen that sentence before, and I don't know where.
Pasta?
Something.
I love me some copy pasta. Oh, I can look through all the characters. So
I
what's
don't know
wrong
if
with
this is
lady?
like
No
hit
legs,
the middle button
got
a
it.
million times.
Burned face. Blind. What's this one? Stump arms.
Let's
deaf
check
and
out.
mute. How can you be the class leader if you're deaf and mute? I guess she figures it out.
Yeah, that's why she's got the interpreter.
Yeah, don't be so ableist, John. Jeez.
Oh yeah, she's the interpreter for her. I don't know, okay, I'm not. Maybe that was a bit ableist of me to think about, but it's just a question I'm having before meeting the character, and I'm sure finding out about her would just prove me wrong in all sorts of ways.
The whole school is for people who are disabled of some sense or another.
What's your disability?
Arrhythmia.
So like you could have a heart attack and die at any point.
You could die at any moment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is that written into the game?
It's a little bit too real life for me, though.
Yeah.
For me, personally.
Yeah,
okay.
How's your sleep contraption going, John?
Oh, it's going well. My apnea is doing... I just saw a cat race behind you.
Yeah, they like to act up and be dicks when I start recording.
All right. So
they'll like ignore me all fucking day, but as soon as I start talking, the microphone there.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to allow that message.
So I have deathly allergic to non-HD hentai, huh? I feel
you. You would allow that message, TJ.
Yep.
So the
it's not inherently bad.
No.
What is
Look,
so okay.
I'm not gonna yuck any yums here.
See,
I think we need to have
this is how
open attitude towards
we've tripled our viewer count now that we started talking about hentai. So, all right, guys, I think I know what our podcast's about in 2018. Let's
welcome to the hentai club. So tentacles, huh? How about those?
Yeah, man.
How about that fisherman's wife? That's
pros,
pretty rad.
cons, tentacles, huh? Kato showed you, huh?
Oh wait, I got something for this. How about here we go.
Go right into that music too. You
Matt, what's going on? You
I'm
said you had something,
music.
but you clearly don't.
No, it's the music is what I had for our hentai time.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't hear
segment.
it. So
it's very light.
Oh, now I hear it. Oh yeah. All right, so let's go to ebook erotica. This week we've got.
We're bringing it back.
Yeah, guys, I got an email. My Priority Chef potato ricer has shipped from Amazon. Huzzah!
What the fuck is a potato ricer?
Oh, you need to look it up. What it is a potato
like
that's shaped like a Japanese car that's been kitted out.
Looks like a Honda.
That is the quasi-racist term for Japanese sports car racers. They call them ricers for some reason.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
No, potato ricer is like what you do is you want to make mashed potatoes. You cut them into chunks, boil them, they get soft, and then rather than using a masher, you put them in like a ricer and you just squeeze it. It basically is just to make vegetable mush.
Okay.
So you can add like
for when chewing is too
cauliflower
difficult.
into your potatoes. No, but I mean, like, it's
I'd
easier
rather
than mash. Have you tried to manually mash potatoes? Is a fucking bitch, and a ricer gets them
it's
like
annoying.
the perfect.
But that
like,
irregularity is
potato.
what makes it good. And you gotta
It
mash
is.
it with the skins on.
Depends.
I like it with
Gotta
the
keep
skins
those
on
skins
too, but I'm gonna use the ricer because that's the preferred way. And I had a gift card from work for the holidays, and I had $25 left on it, and the ricer was $4, like almost 25 with shipping. So it's all I had to use it on something, and I wanted one because I love kitchen gadgets.
See, if
Kitchen
I'm
John,
gonna
that's
if I'm
what they
gonna do
call
something
you.
with a real potato that's not baking it, I would rather have a thing that can do the slicing, so I can make those potato slices.
Oh,
fry those up.
I have one. Yep, I have a mandolin.
Or you can make au gratin potatoes out of that.
Yep.
And then you get the other thing that goes ahead and shreds them for you, so you can make fresh hash browns.
Yeah, I got that too. I got
I'm all
it
up to fresh hash browns.
I got it all. Fresh hash browns are hard because you have to shred the potato up, and then you have to put it in cheesecloths and squeeze all the liquid out. Because if it's too wet, they won't get crispy. They'll just kind of like soggily bake on your stovetop.
Well, this has been our sexy anime corner.
Yeah, so if you want to know more about making potatoes in our sexy anime corner, you can find Matt on Twitch TV, Matt Hag Music.
Yeah, my mukbang stream happens every week.
Oh man, I love a good
followed
mukbang.
by my IRL stream. Well, it's preceded by my IRL stream of me going to Taco Bell, and then followed by my IRL stream of just having the worst
man, we
diarrhea.
should do that. Can you Twitch IRL stream from the Twitch app on your phone yet, or is it still,
you can.
Like
Yeah, you can.
Fuck yeah, bitches! I'm gonna do that. I'll do a little Taco Bell run action.
It's me, John, here. I'm just going to the Taco Bell. So just gonna get some
okay. I'm thinking of getting my favorite combo today.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know this, but you can actually substitute the meat in these, so it's gonna be really good.
This is a pretty good speedrun strat. If you have the number for your combo ready, they answer it faster.
Fast food speedruns. Let's make it happen.
Yeah. Dude, I want to do... Oh, man. Fast food speedrun sounds really fun, actually. So it's like... Oh, I like this. Fast food speedrun. This is a new fucking thing that needs to
write it down somewhere, because I'm not going to remember it
Oh,
tomorrow.
my God. Copyright Born in the 80s, 2017. Fast food speedrun.
Reserve TM. Fast food speedruns.
Yeah. So, okay, fast food speedrun is... You have... Okay, so it has to be the same order... It has to be the restaurant.
And that's where the RNG comes in.
So it's like you got to order.
You don't have control over who's going to order, who's going to make your order. I think that does it start from when you enter the restaurant or from when you complete your order or from when you start your order?
It starts when you enter the restaurant. So, like, you got to scope out the inside, make sure no one else is around. Like, it's just like a speed run. You got to get all the, like, RNG manipulated to be correct. You know, you want to make sure
walls.
You go at the right time of day. You know, it's like, oh, man, 2 p.m. at this McDonald's, with this thing, you get it, like, 2 minutes every time, like, speed run. World record! I just want to see someone, like, get the food and, like, order it and just yell world record and throw the fucking McDonald's in the garbage. Like, I got it.
Don't even sit down. Just
2
eat
minutes,
it at
2
the
seconds.
Counter.
That's
you have to eat it too. That's part of the speed run. You can't.
Oh
just
shit! No, that's dangerous. People will choke and die.
Look, if there's one thing we've learned about the internet, it's that people don't care about personal danger anymore.
I think that there very well could be a hentai about fast food speed running. You know what I mean?
Isn't there like a bunch of competitive eating manga? There's got to be some erotic.
Oh, dude, there has
probably.
To be. Competitive eating. There's because there's a. I think competitive eating is pretty big in Japan, right? Or is there just a Japanese competitive eater that's famous?
Kobayashi's really good, but that's.
Yeah. Oh God.
Manga about competitive dance.
So I found this website called the Hentai Foundry.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a great website.
This one is called Competitive Eating Instructor by Don't Fap Girl.
There is a non-hentai about competitive eating.
Yeah, I'm looking at this non-hentai about competitive eating, and it's good. But there has to be a hentai version of this now because it exists. So someone's made a hentai
Are you looking at the competitive eater who leapt through time?
I think so. Oh, TJ, don't look at it now. You have children in the background. That's okay.
Fine.
I've searched competitive. Oh boy.
Yeah,
when you search competitive eating hentai, you get some bad stuff.
Yeah. Did you get that Hentai Foundry
a very
link?
Grossly sexy Wendy's girl, which I didn't need to see.
So what I'm seeing is this cave scene
women.
Where a giant cobra with arms.
Yeah, I'm seeing that.
Has a plate on his lap
subs
with 2 sub sandwiches and 2 naked women just like going at those sub sandwiches.
I have a feeling that those aren't subs and someone drew over what that was actually originally an image of, but you know.
Oh, you think this isn't an original work?
Oh, there's some weird eye licking I'm seeing right now, which I'm not a fan of. Okay, I gotta stop looking at
this goes deeper. Listen to this description, and you'll have it in 3 words. Well, I'll say the first sentence. Xena and Gabrielle have been challenged to an eating contest, but they don't know how they can win. So this is Xena competitive eating.
Oh, Xena the warrior princess.
Yes, and her blonde sidekick, Gabrielle.
Oh, okay.
So what I think is that this is a Xena hentai about a giant snake monster that somebody photoshopped sub sandwiches onto.
Maybe I like sub sandwiches.
Okay, so is this and
are you ready for
it is that apparently that's what a forked snake penis looks like.
That's right.
Oh, lovely.
I like the sandwich version better. Man.
All right, can we talk about the worst of Reddit?
Yeah, we can talk about the worst of Reddit.
I don't think it's the worst of Reddit theme, man.
What, did I have an actual theme?
I think it was just a bunch of toilets flushing and fart noises.
Because that's the bowels of Reddit.
Yeah.
That was the title. Sorry.
The bowels of Reddit. All right.
Oh no,
good.
we're not talking about the Donald.
Who's in this? Yeah.
Waka waka.
No. All right, thanks, Matt. All right, this week on the bowels of Reddit. Oh, there it is. I knew she'd come. I shouldn't have said it that way.
That was off the easy for Sheezy.
Yeah, it was. That's what they always say after I'm finished. All right, the red pill.
That was crunk.
We're on the red pill today. This is called the Angel Mother. Red pill example. I appreciate the suggestion.
I don't
want
to be here. I don't like where you're taking us.
May this be a lesson. You need to learn. You need to be red pilled. All right. My mother is an angel. Did not divorce my dad, even though he's jobless and our family is in a financial crisis. She loves me too much.
This is just the son of a Chad.
Divorce. Men love women. Women love children. Haha. She was an opera singer and ditched her career to spend all her time to raise me with high self-esteem. I love that this person is likely this kid is like still in high school. He's talking about how she would have ditched him during the disobedience phase of my teen years, which I'm still in because I'm sure I'm still a teen writing this. But in the disobedience phase of my teen years, she would often confront me about my rebellious behaviors. It would follow this general trend. She confronts. I retaliate with an educated response to assert my unwavering position. She gets fried. I love the language in here.
I want to hate this kid, but like this is how I was as a teenager. I thought I knew everything.
Yep.
I thought I could outsmart everyone.
She gets frustrated and leaves the room. 5 minutes later, she comes back to confront me again, to repeat the cycle at least 3 or 4 times before she came back to me and apologized for the upsetting emotional atmosphere. I knew she just wanted me to apologize to her, and I did, because the last thing I wanted for my mother is to feel I did not love her. This would frustrate the shit out of me. I even called her out on this cyclical behavior, which this like behavior is her constantly confronting you, telling you to say you're sorry, and you won't do it, and then finally you do after like 5 times. You know, like because it's cyclical because you're not being a human being.
Yeah, because you're not learning and growing from this experience.
So one time I recorded one of our arguments, and that's when I realized something about all women. I recorded one conversation I had with my mom, and I realized something about all women. I'm into women that are like my mom. Oh, wait, no, sorry. He didn't write that, but I think that's
I want my mom. Wait, no.
Good and bad.
Wait, that came out wrong.
They generally do not hold on to their arguments, but consistently redirect focus on the present circumstances of their emotional state. rather than disclosing and taking responsibility for the root cause of it in the first place. And of course, in this situation, the root cause of him being a disobedient prick and not taking responsibility for it and just, like, I don't know, grounding him. I decided to record this because it allowed me to demonstrate instances in which I would draw upon this is like fucking word salad right now.
Yeah.
Instances in which I would draw upon root causes and explain to her why she had invalid arguments and inconsistent reasoning. About what? I love how this is in 0 specific examples. It's literally just like, she's inconsistent.
Because it's something stupid like you should shower or you should wash your sheets or something.
A lot of times when I called her out on this in the past, she would deny the literal words she said because she intended for a different emotional response and say, that's not what I said. When she really meant, that's not what I meant for you to feel when I said that. In her mind, it was unimportant who was right. It was more important how everyone felt. So what happened when I recorded and exposed her, even going as far as suggesting that we include an unbiased third party for cross-examination? I love this. What happened when I recorded her? So, like, this guy's literally like, hey, Mom, you keep coming up with the same shitty arguments for this. Look, I recorded you. I took, like, time out of my day to record you to try and embarrass you. Hey, let's get a third party in here to have you be embarrassed by you contradicting yourself in these recordings. What happened? She started crying. She had a breakdown. This guy literally is torturing his mother. Like, it was like, man, my dad was a jobless asshole who is, I'm doing terrible things as well, actually, to my mom, and she's not leaving me, you know. I felt nothing but contempt for my own mother because she chose to use this behavior as a misdirection technique that simply did not work on me. She also cried every morning while doing early morning prayers. And so I think I became desensitized. Like, this guy's a fucking sociopath is what this is.
Yeah, they assume, like, so this is what he's doing. He's assuming since he doesn't feel things that nobody else does, so she's doing this on purpose to, like, strategize. I mean, this guy's no, this is just what fucking people do, you monster.
Let's see here. I think I became desensitized to her crying in general. It was literally all the time. Perhaps that was a good experience for me because I do not feel anything for crying women, period. These people sound like serial killers. Like this guy
what else
needs to be put on a watch list.
Crimson Moons is posted.
Yep. Well, I would like to mention that this person
that was not on Red Pill. Nope. Nothing.
I would like to mention that this has 8 points out of like 20 comments. It is only 62% upvoted, and many of the people are saying this sounds terrible. But then there's this is my mother too. At first I couldn't believe it. It's just hardwired in a woman's brains, just like how logic and cause and effect is wired into men's brains.
Sure it is.
God damn it,
asshole.
Yeah, I know.
This person literally only posts to Red Pill.
Yeah. So,
and they post.
It's actually really interesting because some of this is based on actual, like, scientific research that's been done in the way that when women and men think differently. I think it is. It's been like that emotions for women hold memory more than men. So a lot of times, women will remember better how they felt when something happened, whereas men will remember better what were the details and maybe not what the consequences were of things. So it's kind of one of those. It's like a greater emotional intelligence.
Some newer research that into trying to figure out whether that is inherent or whether it's learned.
Yeah,
because
that's a good point.
There are physiological differences in the average male and female brains, but our brains morph a ton over time as we learn. So it could just be that society is in
how much is that taught?
Forcing these kind of things. Yeah,
exactly. So it's kind of like this anyway. So it's just let's see what Matness09 has to say, who has 6 upvotes in this.
Not me, by the way.
Only
definitely not me.
I don't understand. You were disobedient and then a shithead when your mom came to punish you. Where's your dad? Why wasn't he kicking your ass? Your relationships with your mother is different than with a girlfriend or wife or significant other. If your mother desires a certain response for you to make her feel better, then what's wrong with you giving it? You're not the leader of that pack. Your value will always remain the same in her eyes. Yeah, you're the fucking kid, man.
Yeah, it got a little weird with the pack analogy, but I agree.
Yeah, this is a red pillar, so he's using really weird,
I have to treat everyone like they're weird animals, and I'm like an alien scientist that's never met a person before. But yeah,
what I really like is that the red pill, I've determined this red pill Reddit has significant crossover with the incel community in the way they talk about women and stuff. So it is perfect for the bowels of Reddit. So expect many more. I mean, this is literally, I picked this one because there's just paragraphs and paragraphs of people talking about this and using the lingo that I just had on Control F. We got beta. The dad could be a total beta. Shit. Yeah, I'm good. Anyway, so I just love how they're because she watched you grow up, that's a handicap in her bargaining skill. What? She has emotions for you? Oh my god, I love it. It's literally, this is what I feel like aliens who partially know what human empathy and the way humans work would talk about discussing a human interaction. You know what I mean? They just don't get it, you don't, it's interesting. Oh my god, can we talk about something I did not put in the bite notes?
No. Everything's pre-recorded and scripted out.
Has been an insane year. But can we talk about the fact that the Pentagon basically admitted to knowing that UFOs exist? Just casually.
Wait,
in the New York Times article. Yeah. You didn't see this New York Times article where apparently the Pentagon had been running millions of dollars per year program investigating UFO reports from fighter pilots and commercial pilots, and there's video.
Well, okay,
of this
we should
crazy
clarify
UFO.
that UFO doesn't necessarily mean alien.
Correct.
It means unidentified.
Okay, no. Okay, we get a little bit deeper into this, though, that this same guy who wrote this article, so this article was about how the government had a funding for UFOs, and basically was
got some
kept hush-hush.
video.
So it's just a video of this crazy, little, light thing that apparently was hovering and then, rocketed away. So can we talk
it's a
about...
bug on the lens.
So there's a Scientific American article on this, so maybe this is gonna calm me down a little bit. But so the guy who put that article out had an interview with MSNBC where he said, one of the authors of the report, Ralph Blumenthal, says they have, as a report in the paper, some material from these objects that is being studied so that scientists can find what accounts for their amazing properties. This technology of these objects, whatever they are. When asked what the materials were, he responded, they don't know, they're studying it, but it's some kind of compound they don't recognize. So, literally this guy said, I used to work for this government program that did UFOs, and we found, unidentified metals and parts, and we're studying them. And I left the program years ago, but when we left it, there was just this building in Las Vegas where all these alien alloys were being kept. Okay, so there's fucking possible alien parts in a government building somewhere in Nevada? This guy is just kind of copping to it, And
the funniest thing about this is that the guy that you're talking about, the guy who left that government agency, the person he's working with now outside of the government agency, is Tom DeLonge, former member of Blink-182.
Yes. It's insane though, because apparently Tom DeLonge and his organization is the number one agency that has been doing freedom of information requests for the government to release classified UFO reports. So Blink-182 was responsible for some of these releases classified information. And we're not talking about like a government knowing that like aliens exist. There's like fucking aliens in a fucking bunker somewhere. They're just saying the government was tracking UFOs. There were definitely people that were like looking into these reports seriously and tracking information. And this guy
there were people that were seriously trying to telepathically find the locations of Soviet bases in the Cold War. Just because the government did it doesn't mean it's real. I don't know. I believe aliens definitely exist, but there's no way they've come here. They haven't visited. I'm your skeptic on this podcast.
Mm-hmm. No, and I'm sure there's a skeptic, but I just like that this huge like information just kind of dropped, and everyone was like, well, you know, there's some crazy tax bill coming out, so I don't got time to think about alien alloys.
Yeah. I'm being fucked by the IRS, so I don't have time to think about aliens.
So yeah, I don't know. So let me get some of the testimony.
Oh, we've got someone in the YouTube chat that says they heard about it on Coast to Coast. That would be where they cover it.
Yeah. So the testimony from the New York Times article said there was the pilot of the F-18 Super Hornet found an extremely weird flying object floating through the skies. Hovering 50 feet above the churn was an aircraft of some kind, whitish. It was around 40 feet long and oval in shape. The craft was jumping around erratically, staying over the wave disturbance, but not moving in any specific direction. Commander Fravor said that disturbance looked like frothy waves and foam, and as if the water were boiling. It just kind of, it was floating around, and this was detected via the instruments. Like, this isn't like a hoax video or that. They have like whether or not this is an actual like alien or is just some weird phenomenon happening on Earth that is unexplainable. It's not. This is clearly not a hoax because this was recorded on government stuff and documented, in by the Pentagon. Like, so this is like real shit. Like, not that we have any proof or anything, but there's some real. Like, this isn't just hobbyists making up weird photos. Here's the quote from the MSNBC thing, though. Under Mr. Bigelow's direction, the company modified buildings in Las Vegas for the storage of metal alloys and other materials that Mr. Elizondo and program contractors said had been recovered from unidentified aerial phenomenon. Researchers also studied people who said they had experienced physical effects from encounters with the objects and examined them for any physiological changes. Like, as far as we know here, there are weird metal parts or things that we don't understand where they came from in a fucking building somewhere, and the government knows about it. Like, that's just dropped casually. Like, this is an Pentagon employee talking about this because it's kind of declassified itself. So like in LA, there's just some metal that's causing like people to have physiological reactions to it or something, possibly. Like, we got this. Does the president know about this stuff?
No, because he would have tweeted about it.
Yeah, maybe they're just keeping him in the dark on this one. Apparently, the program ended.
No, those are all in Area 52.
I guess the funding for this program closed. But apparently, there's still people that run it. Let's see here. What was this called? Who was that started it? Oh, it was an ex-astronaut and Harry Reid. What are you doing? Oh, did this autoplay the audio for me? Okay. I thought you were playing audio, but this fucking article
No.
Autoplayed for me. I don't know what to tell you. I have to close my window. The New York Times article I opened autoplayed the video, but there was no video I could find on the page. Don't you love that when you go to a website and it just starts autoplaying audio and you can't find the window?
If you want, I got this.
Thank you. Aliens are real. But it's actually really interesting because you hear them like kind of discussing like, what the fuck is this shit?
How can aliens be real if mirrors aren't real?
Yeah. I saw. What was it? I forget
Oh,
what
man,
game it
I
was,
love
but there
this.
was a mod that replaced a bunch of graffiti with Jaden Smith quotes.
Which game was that? I forgot what it was for.
Can I mention that I love this video audio? Because they're like, dude, it's a fucking drone, bro. Like, I don't think it is, dude. Like, it's just like, these are our fucking, like, pilots talking about this shit. Like,
Left 4
fuck,
Dead.
dude.
Left 4 Dead. You can replace all the wall graffiti with Jaden Smith quotes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
Can I take some time to reminisce?
Sure.
Booyah!
All right. I love Game Crazy Lady. So, I want to go back. I don't really want to go back to, but I want to mentally go back to a simpler time. Back before Web 2.0.
Before we knew aliens existed?
Before we knew aliens existed. Back when, back when the internet was just if the only way to communicate with people on the internet was email and message boards.
Okay.
And I want to travel through whatever brought us to where the hell we are right now.
Okay, sure. Because it's a hellscape.
Okay, here's the thing.
It is a hellscape.
We're a bunch of monkeys. We evolved to evade predators on the African savannah. And now we have magic boxes that allow us to talk to each other all across the place. And the world has changed a lot, but our brains have not changed that much.
Correct.
And that's basically where we are now.
So, back in a simpler time, actually even when message boards were still a thing, but before texting was getting so big, chat rooms used to be the hot shit all over the place. Back when
yeah, I remember
messengers were starting to be big.
I remember chat rooms.
Yeah,
And
I would trade fake Britney Spears nudes.
Nice.
Yeah.
I wasn't that. I was definitely not that sophisticated.
Fake nudes.
Fake nudes. Fake nudes. That's 2018, hopefully. I want more fake nudes and less fake news. Fake news. That's the episode title right there.
The fuck are you assholes doing?
That's right. What are we doing?
We lost TJ.
Where did you have to go with this, TJ, or she? Oh, he has to deal with children.
My daughter doesn't know how to use amiibos on this game.
Tell her to use fucking amiibos correctly.
Yes, right arrow and amiibo tap. Okay, thank you. So I just remember, at least as the internet was evolving and as we were going through everything, we go from chat rooms, and I typically use chat rooms less as a it's cyber with these people, and I was a teenager at the time when chat rooms were kind of big, so I only used them here and there and just did it to randomly talk to people. And that was fun. And then I got into message boards.
Yeah.
I didn't use
systems and
like
shit.
I know John's still part of Quarter 3.
Yeah.
That was really big. I know I was really big in
name drop it.
The Final Fantasy Online forums for a while.
I was huge into the World of Warcraft forums, specifically the server I was on, like in chat.
Yep.
I was really big into the Star Wars Galaxies forums, and then the General Any Topic spun off their own forum, Gat City. And
was this you
we
that
had our
told
own,
me? Was this you that told me that you were way into the Star Wars Galaxy forums but never played the game?
No, I played the game too. So I wound up. This is my first off-topic board that I wound up in the General Any Topic for Star Wars Galaxies, and wound up in that community, and we spun off, and we had Get City in Star Wars Galaxies, and
okay,
yeah, I spent a lot of time on their spin-off forum in my formative years, and looking back, that's super weird.
I think Yahoo also had like Yahoo boards, which was Yahoo's like, here, anyone can create a community here, and you could join anyone by searching by different communities. I know I joined a few based on Star Ocean a long time ago. I still get email reminders of whoever's having a birthday.
Oh, really?
From that. And you know, it's not that I've grown apart from those communities. They still exist, and I still will sometimes go back to a couple of them because Final Fantasy Online has moved and it's now called the Final Fantasy Society, and then
whoa,
avalanche, because my daughter's shaking things because she doesn't care and she should be sleeping.
Oh shit.
But you know, at least in those bubbles, we weren't dealing with algorithms. When people were talking, everything was talking in order, everything was in line, or you know, at least with like other types of things, comments were threaded. You know, so at least we could follow conversations. And you know, now at least how Facebook is currently, you know, how Twitter is, I can't read my stuff in order anymore. As much as I tried to turn off algorithms, I have my Twitter set up with I'm following so few people that I can just follow a list if they would just let me.
Yeah.
And they won't let me. Everything's algorithm.
Yeah, because they want to like push like all these like, you know, posts that people have paid to have promoted to the top. You know, they gotta, you know, it's no longer, because I remember on Facebook I could like every day wake up, read through my feed, get like the just information from friends, what they've been up to, and be done. And now it's just a mess. Like it's just, you can never get through it all.
And I'm not saying that we should go back to the simpler time. You know, you know, we kind of can. Message boards are still a thing, but there was just something convenient about the simplicity. Yeah. Something that really felt you connected to your people, even when things were controversial. Yeah. You guys, you know, your communities would work through things in a sensible way. Every community was like that. You know, even like when we started getting into where people were sharing ideas and things, you got me into YTMND, and I got into
fuck, dude,
the meme.
That was my favorite website when I was a kid.
Oh man, it was ridiculous and fun, and you know, and then I know I went to something awful forums for a while, and that was its own its own little thing. I was just looking at the articles before, and I'm like, let me talk to the people, and then there's so much stuff there. I know I never got into Dig, but Dig was a big thing. Oh man.
Yep.
I'm not saying that we should go back to that, but I really, really enjoyed what it was. And something about the way things are now. I know we're changing and we're trying to go to a direction that's gonna be better for all of us, but I hope so. But everything just screams, if I scream the loudest, I win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I can't go on Facebook anymore. It just feels like a bunch of people shouting into the void, and like it's overwhelming. I can't handle it.
I'm really just in our group and in the Trends Like These fan group, and that's about it. And I can't do much else. I can't even watch my family stuff on there anymore because it's getting bad, and I don't want to go politicize, but like everyone there has been like Trump washed.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's about how I feel, and facts don't matter.
Yeah. That's kind of dumb. That's not how the world is. You know what the funny part about that is, TJ, that you just brought up? Let's talk about the red-pilled community. And the guy complaining about how his mom only cares about how she feels and not about what the logic and actual facts matter. I'm sure that guy's a real Trump guy, but somehow,
no, but when
the
it's
contradiction
him, it's different.
Between there is just insane, and that's like the dumbest shit.
Yeah, the whole world's fucking Dunning-Kruger effect run amok.
Yeah.
What's the Dunning-Kruger effect?
Can you explain that, Matt? Because I don't think I've ever heard that.
where the less you know about a topic, the more you tend to overestimate your knowledge on it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it's kind of the opposite of imposter syndrome, or like people always say about certain subjects, the more you learn, the more you realize what you don't know. So Dunning-Kruger is the opposite of that, and that it's kind of it's been around forever, but it's just had that name since like the late 90s.
Okay.
And now we're in a place where everybody has a public voice, so everybody has an opinion, and people that don't know anything are able to put their opinions on a scale, and it weighs the same as everyone else's. And
yeah,
that's the world we've made. Wah wah.
This is why Facebook should have downvoting.
I mean, part of it too, I think, is not Twitter's fault, but like that culture of social media and the fact that you can just kind of hot take everything and just react and pile on everything immediately. Mm-hmm. And like before, you were kind of had to seek out a community, and everyone posted like long forum posts where they talked about that, and like you wouldn't get and now okay, I'm going to talk about this a little bit. So Quarter to Three forums has gone through a few changes. There was a big mass exodus of people at one point because there was a couple people that were very not nice to some members of the community. If we may remember the Born in the 80s episode in which I talked about how my some of the podcast was received on this forums was. I remember someone said this is like worse than being like raped or something. Anyway, those people aren't around anymore because those are the kind of the toxic culture that I didn't like. But one thing I like about the Quarter to Three forums, and this is a big plug, it's just forum.quarter-to-3.com, all spelled out. It's like Born in the 80s. Is that there are no likes. You know, there used to not be avatars, but now there are avatars. But there's no likes, and there's no favoriting, and there's none of that stuff. So I fucking hate that shit because it ruins conversations. And I will stand by this. And a lot of people are like, oh, I wish I could have liked that post, but I can't. And to me, I say, then there's no point in you. Like, if you're not going to engage in the conversation, there's no point in the like existing. Other than to make yourself feel better for like liking something. Because what happens, and because I say this, because I still go to the other forum where all those people left to, which is called Broken Forum, and they have a like system, and you see arguments over there happen where someone will just say some snarky comment and it gets like 50 likes, and literally people will say, dude, you've been posting in this thread and you haven't even gotten any likes. Like, stop talking. No one's on your side. And it's like it's like a scoreboard. It's like a conversation scoreboard. And it's like that's not how life works. Like, there's no scoreboard. This shouldn't exist. This is piling on. You know, even though like, you know, Broken Forum's super like tolerant, like welcoming, you know, social justice like oriented community, like, but there's like fucking piling on, man. If you have a dissenting opinion from one of the popular posters, you're gonna have a hard time having anyone back you, because there's just this liking effect like that happens. Like, it's just, I don't know, it's something I'm glad doesn't exist in social media. That's one of the reasons why I like still posting on that forum, is because it's a conversation.
Things start falling into the democratic fallacy, just saying that if most people think it's true, then it is. Yeah. Or if most people like agree with this person, then the other person isn't worth listening to. Bandwagon effect. At that point.
Yeah.
So that's something I like, and I'm glad that this community has decided not to. And to be fair to the leader, Tom Chick, you can find him on Patreon as well. He has a Patreon. He does game reviews and streaming. He and I disagree wholeheartedly with most of his reviews, but I like to read them because he's a very good writer, and he brings up things that make me think. But they had a vote. The community voted, and we all voted to not have likes. So it was good. I mean, and it was a majority. I think some like maybe 60-40. But I don't like likes. I hate likes. Anything to make anything more like Facebook is bullshit. And the worst part is that you'll have people, like the guy who designed the current forum software that this is running off of, Discourse software, was talking about how, all this research says that likes increase engagement and all this stuff. And I was like, but it's like this crazy thing you see in technology and in all startup culture and all this stuff is because these other companies did it, it must be correct. Because they got popular, it has to be because they did these things. You know what I mean?
And engagement does not mean
quality
better
content. It's quantity of engagement, not quality of engagement, So it's just kind of one of those things that's like, I don't know. It just bothered me. It's like, this doesn't matter.
In most social online groups that I'm in, I'll chime in when I think things are, but I usually lurk, and I'm usually absolutely fine with that, and I'm usually well welcome to these communities. I mean, Discord is very now is very similar to that, depending on the servers that you're on.
Yeah.
Including our server, which is very welcoming. Please join it.
Yeah. I just post minion memes all the time, Sometimes kitten photos. So
you guys want to hear the official, one of the first official GAT City charters from 2002?
Sure.
Let me find some appropriate backing music.
Okay, let's just vamp for Matt here. Well,
you may have seen some of our threads or have heard about us, but this is our official first thread. Before I start telling you about GAT City, let me tell you about myself. I'm known as Nevitz around here, and I've been a member of Star Wars Galaxies for over a year and a half. I'm a diplomat and a council member of GAT City, as well as a co-founder along with Nikolai. Now on to GAT City. If you're wondering why it's called GAT City, it's because our city was originally formed by people from the Star Wars Galaxy's General Any Topic board. And we wanted a place to hang out and game, so we really didn't want to make a PA, which I think was Player Association. Because some of our members were already in PAs, so we decided on making a city. GAT City became the official name as of August 25th. And our city grew very rapidly. Many people who have seen PAs in the past have been amazed by how fast we have grown. In 1 month time, we have over 50 citizens in GAT City. And an internet community of over 130, with people joining up daily. And remember, these numbers are without GAT City ever going public. So it was very exclusive and invite only originally. One of the first decisions.
GAT City?
I don't think the actual site exists anymore. This is from a link on another site where we were trying to recruit members. One of our first decisions was to figure out what planet to settle on, and with a majority rule, we choose Rory for a number of reasons. Then I said no need to list the reasons, just say a number of reasons. Then once we read the quote describing Rory from our planet description page, bizarre, twisted, and naughty, we knew Rory fit our personalities perfectly. GAT City is a neutral city, so all are welcome, no matter what affiliation, species, profession, or PA you belong to. For the most part, the city is a peaceful and non-violent city. Our military bases will be located on the outside of cities, as well as PvP areas, and the only place violence will be allowed in the city will be in Nikolai's arena, where large battles will take place, including PA wars. The arena brings me to something else. Places that will be located in the city. Sometimes we will have, is of course the arena. We'll have Nevitz Zoo of exotic and dangerous creatures. We'll have Leppy's launch. I don't know if the game had launched at this point and we were just making shit up, or if it had.
I
think this was all imaginary.
This community, and this is one of the things that made, I think, Star Wars Galaxies as a game such an awesome thing, because the original game just allowed for so much like player economy and creativity and stuff with this.
And it was
just doesn't
nothing had done
MMOs.
that up until that point.
No, I really desperately wanted to play Star Wars Galaxies, but I could not because I did not have a high-speed internet connection, and my parents would not pay for like a monthly subscription because you need like a credit card. So there's like literally no way for me to have played this, but I wanted to so bad. And it sucks that like when I had the ability to do so, it turned into something completely different when they did the Galaxy like revamped or whatever.
So
is there any like original Star Wars Galaxies like servers?
Vanilla servers? I don't know, because they totally revamped it. But here's an interesting thing that doesn't exist anymore.
Okay.
Gat City's government will consist of a 24-person council. We'll have a mayor.
Okay. Wow, 24 people.
And out of like, I think it said that 50 people were in the guild at this point. So about half. And so as of now, we have no official leader, but we do have some people who have taken on leader roles, such as Mel Gibson, all one word. That was his forum name.
Wow.
If you wish to become a member of our glorious city, please visit www.gatcity.com, no longer a real website, and visit our announcement forum.
If you want to play the original Star Wars Galaxies online, you can. It's called SWG EMU.com. Just look that up. You can play it, it sounds like. I
think I've talked about my Star Wars Galaxy experience, but since I joined the game right when it came out, the game for me was find the latest bug and exploit the shit out of it.
Yeah. I really want to play Star Wars Galaxies, though, and I want to play this SWG EMU. So apparently, actually, it's basically, supposedly, according to this Kotaku article, still able to run without fear of Sony shutting it down. I mean, less to say about Disney trying to shut it down for using IP. But I guess in terms of a game, before the game even shut down, there were emulated servers running by fans who basically recreated code to run it. So they're not using the same code that was in the original game. So technically, they just made their own game that looks exactly the same as the other game, but it was created like it doesn't. It wasn't just a copy of the original netcode. Yeah, so that's kind of their thing. Apparently, it still exists, and I can download it and install it, and it sounds kind of fun because I always wanted to play this.
I'm on the site, but I can't find a download link.
You have to have the original discs, though. It says. Now, so
do you
that's
need
another
a
way
unique
to get around
CD
it
key?
as well. It says to set up, you need the original Star Wars Galaxies client. You cannot use a 14-day trial client or any other trial client. You're not using a client obtained through torrent or wire sites. If you don't own an original client, SOE's digital copy of original CDs. Get yourself one. You can buy original CDs cheap on eBay or Amazon.
Yeah.
Any version of SWG will work.
I'm sure I have the original CDs at my parents' house, but I don't know if I can copy them. Or if you need like an individual CD key.
Star Wars Galaxies game client. And then you must install your game after you've installed the SWG EMU. Yeah, you basically install Star Wars Galaxies and then you run this SWG patcher over it that runs the oh man. Dang it. Now, all right, Amazon.com. Let's see.
All right.
That's excited. Insane that you need an actual copy. Is it Star Wars Galaxies?
The important thing was that I had an onion on my belt.
Yeah, you can't buy this cheap. So, whatever they said about buying it cheap. No, you could sell your copy of what do you have? Star Wars Galaxies.
The
starter
original
kit.
vanilla game.
What was it called? An Empire Divided?
I think so.
Yeah?
Maybe.
$80 you could sell it.
Fuck, I'm selling it.
Because apparently it's the only way to still connect to the SWG emu. That's
Look,
crazy that you can purchase it.
I impulse bought a Roomba the other day on credit, so I need the money. So I might be selling my own
Did you
games.
need a Roomba for your apartment?
I wanted to see what happened when a robot cleaned my apartment.
Oh my god. Oh man, now I gotta like read how to do this. So you have to acquire the installation media. This is insane. Do you not have to have the CD key? Can I wait? But I could probably use your CDs and CD key and install it on my computer.
But it said you can't do like a pirated image.
No, but I think it's because the pirated image has cracked the game, like
because
like CD
patched.
key
you
thing.
Can't repatch it.
So actually, if you just gave me your CD key and I downloaded the patch thing, it would be fine because there's no way it's checking a database of keys. No, that's fine. I'll read into it and see what people say.
I'm making a note though, because I'm pretty sure my parents don't throw anything away.
Yeah.
And if I could become an animal trainer and have
I'm gonna have to
some rancor pets
and read how to get started, because that sounds fun. Rules and policies. Oh my god. How do I play? Give me a how-to guide. This is not helping.
How do I play without you?
Yeah, because it just literally just says to buy the discs, but you don't need the discs. Like,
so TJ.
Yeah.
Have you virtually played anything recently? Have you wrecked any rooms?
I swung my things around.
How is okay? I wanted to ask you.
This is how you use them, right?
How does the tracking work on? Are there like base stations, or is it all just like camera tracking?
Single camera.
That's really impressive.
I should say it's a dual camera. It's a dual front camera that would be pointing at me, and then it just tracks two colored balls on the end of these things. They might have gyro in it just for base stuff, but I don't know. And then I just get a single trigger on the back. And I get a thumb button, the 4 PlayStation buttons, a start and select, but that's now share.
Yeah.
And then the
so do you just have the 180 degree movement, or like if you turn it all the way around, does it lose tracking?
It somewhat loses tracking. It kind of still sees me, but I really only have the 180 degrees, so
okay.
The quick turns are super helpful.
Yeah.
But
so
you also
TJ
don't want to go too far around because
played some laser tag and paintball yesterday in the virtual realm. And John wasn't there because John doesn't love us.
Sorry, I'm just like looking through like servers and emulators and how to like do this. Like, do I really need to have a fucking copy of the game? Like, there has to be a way to crack that. Like, why are they not doing that? Are they not doing it to get around like issues? Anyway.
But yeah, so Matt and I were playing Rec Room.
Yeah.
Wait, you guys put together?
Yes.
Yeah, it's crossplay.
It's cross VR play
between
all 3 major gaming VRs. I did not include the Gear VR because it sucks.
Yeah,
I dropped my remote.
Count. Nice.
And you don't need. You don't need PlayStation. What's it called? Their online service.
I need PlayStation Plus because I'm using it online in some respect.
Okay.
They're helping me connect to it, so yes, I need PlayStation Plus to play it. But I have it anyway, so whatevs.
Yeah. Does it run good on that hardware?
It probably does, but I'm using lesser hardware, and I'm using crappy internet, which is why I kept getting disconnected, but then quickly joined back in every time.
I love like this fucking fan community of Star Wars Galaxy's Emu is like, you got to get an original copy. Okay, you can't use a client obtained through torrents or Ware's site. And I'm watching this YouTube video where a guy's explaining how to do it, and he's like, yeah, you can get one on dirt cheap, or you know what, just get it installed on there somehow. And it's like, okay, so they're just being dicks. They're just being like, don't torrent it or pirate this game that Sony fucking just ditched, 6 years ago and doesn't give a fuck about. Like, God, I hate that shit. It's like these anyway, sorry, it's just annoying. It bothers me when fans like have this like weird like piracy exists, or like using emulators and stuff, but like when people have this weird line that's like, I don't think emulators should be used. I mean, I have an original copy of the game on Super Nintendo, so that allows me to download a pirated version of it. It's like, this is just bullshit made up rules that you have for your morals to get past this. This is like, just let me fucking play the game, you asshole. Like, I don't have the same weird fucking rules that you do, so I don't know. Anyway,
yeah, John has no morals. That's why he's running for Senate in Alabama.
Exactly. Exactly. I'm going to get elected,
That's not even a topical joke right now, let alone when this podcast releases. Why would I say that?
Well, it's only now not relevant because Alabama's told Roy Moore, yeah, no.
Yeah. No malls and no Senate.
Sorry, I interrupted you guys. What was the Rec Room experience like? Do you guys shoot Nerf darts at each other and stuff?
No, we shot paintballs.
Okay.
And laser tags.
Well, it's fun.
So TJ, what do you think about the teleport delay in that game?
Manageable. I mean, you have to do something to prevent people from just going teleport crazy in order to prevent being hit.
Yeah.
So I think it works. I
find it really frustrating.
I think it's.
But I've looked into more about what the developers say about it, and I've realized that I've been approaching it wrong, where I need to treat it a little bit more like a chess game, where I think before I teleport. And the teleport is like a move, and I'm stuck there, and I need to like recognize that I'm going to be there. But I'm just used to stuff like Fallout or like lots of single player experiences. You could just teleport constantly without any consequence.
Yeah.
And so I'm like pressing it, trying to chase down the
biggest reason The biggest reason I wanted to try Rec Room is because I looked up the Wikipedia complete list of PlayStation VR games, and I was looking at the games that were cross-compatible. And I'm like, okay, let's see. Eagle Flight? No. I want to play it, but no. I have to buy it. Eve Valkyrie? No. What else? Spark with a C? Maybe.
I don't know that one.
No. Sports Bar VR is cross-compatible? I might get that. I heard it's crap, but looks like a lot of people are having fun on that one too, just like being ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I might do that. If Star Trek Bridge Crew ever goes cheap, that would be a lot of freaking fun.
Yeah, I don't have that one yet.
Yeah, it looks really neat. Having played that,
the cool thing about Star Trek
Bridge
Crew is you can pad out your team with AIs.
Yeah.
They have some kind of weird Watson integration too, so I think you can voice command them too.
That's cool.
But
Werewolves Within, I like the idea of the game, but I'm probably not going to buy it unless it was given to me.
Yeah.
Then there's like just 2 free-to-play games, one being Rec Room, and the other one being whatever Atom Universe is, ATOM, like the little smallest unit until you get to subatomic particles.
Yeah, I don't know what that one is.
Supposedly a party. I have no clue. Just says it's a party social thing. It was released about a year ago in North America. But that's cross-compatible both Rift and Vive, so.
It looks like VR Second Life.
And on the side of VR Second Life, since I subscribe to the subreddit VR Tomfoolery, which is just a bunch of people being ridiculous in VR. Man, can they just please bring VR chat to the PlayStation so I could be ridiculous in it too?
It does like
yeah, that is legit VR Second Life.
Mm-hmm. Like I watched Donkey's video of that, and it's just you get these fucking avatars and run around as Garfield, and that's like Ready Player One, actually, basically, is what it is.
Yeah.
No. TJ and I were playing. One of the things we did in Rec Room was laser tag, and it's got this sweet like synthwave soundtrack. Okay. Which is exactly the kind of music I'm listening to when I read Ready Player One. So I'm like, I'm in it. I'm in the book.
That was also my first time doing both laser tag and paintball in the game. And besides the fact I kept getting kicked out because my internet sucks, when I was actually playing it, I have to stand and play. I can't sit and play it. So I'm like ducking down behind cover and like reaching out.
Yeah. That's
going out the side. It's so much fun.
And that weird versus mode wasn't in it the last time I played laser tag. It was kind of a PvE thing where you would have a squad and you were going through a course trying to just like hit the little robot dudes and stuff.
And the thing is, it seems like in both of those games, they did have set up where you could just set up a private room. So I'm certain that we could probably be just on the same team just against the robots too.
Yeah, I did realize that when you enter the game, you can change team.
I saw that
scoreboard.
too.
I realized that pretty late into it. But I think I like the paintball more. There's just something about the bullet fall and like the weird physics of paintball that is more interesting to me. And
John, because he's not really in the VR stuff.
That's right.
In the game, when you pick up a weapon, it's just a single pull of the trigger to pick it up, and you always have it unless you throw a drop button on it. And now when you're doing capture the flag in paintball, it doesn't let you get the automatic hold on that. You actually have to
you have to continually hold the flag. So if you let go, you're
hold
fucked.
The flag.
Yeah.
But on the other side, since there is a bit of physics simulation in the game as well, if you are moving your hand when you let go of a weapon, you'll go ahead and basically throw it in that direction. And what I was just doing before every match is just basically juggling weapons between my hands.
Yeah.
So I'd throw it up, catch it with my other hand.
When I was the first time laser tag rolled out and it was PvE, I would dual wield weapons, and those weapons you have to actually pull to reload. So I would throw one of my weapons up in the air, reload, and then catch it in the air, and then throw the other one up, reload, and catch it in the air. And that worked sometimes. But that kind of stuff is really rad in VR.
It is, but it's really satisfying in the laser tag to actually have to kind of pull back and reload. I'm like, that is awesome.
That's cool.
That's like some of the coolest shit in VR. Like when I played your game, Matt. What was it? Just like Job Simulator, like having to do like movements that feel like you're actually doing it. Just like really. I don't know, adds to the immersion in a way.
And I have the Rick and Morty Job Simulator now too.
Oh yeah, I haven't tried that one. It's good. It's real good. Don't you make like a plumbus or whatever? Or whatever that fucking thing is called. Nice.
You're a Morty clone. You spend a lot of time in purgatory.
I'm not going to say that you can do this, guys. Just saying this.
Yep.
Anyone listening, if you're interested, there is a reddit.com/r/SWG.
So if you're interested in like a 15-year-old game.
I'm just saying, and you're like, man, how can I play this? If you go to the SWG Emu Reddit or whatever, doesn't have it. You go to the Star Wars Galaxies Reddit, they're like, there's a link here on the sidebar for a direct download of the game client. I'm not saying you should do that, so it's probably not legal, but if you wanted to click on that, that's where you would find it to click on.
Hey, John.
Not suggesting you do it. Yeah? What?
If they wanted to update it for the current Star Wars, it would be SJWG.
Oh! All right, here we go. Let's go through this Reddit post where someone says, "Greetings. As the title states, I'm looking for the original Star Wars Galaxies in order to download the emulator, as I do not own the original. Here are the comments. It's in the sidebar." And the guy's like, "All right, blah blah blah." Here's the second comment: "Illegal," in all caps. Illegal. And then a bunch of people saying, "How is it illegal if the game is no longer being supported?" Sure, it doesn't matter, but it's still illegal because the EULA prohibits the distribution of the game client by anyone who isn't SOE. It also prohibits anyone from installing it who haven't purchased it. You can still do it, but it is, in fact, illegal. To which someone replied as, Sony Online Entertainment doesn't even exist as a company anymore.
I was going to say, is that even a division anymore?
No, it was dissolved. It was completely... Yeah. So it's like, dude, I don't know, man. Is it still count if the company that... Like, it's now... you're now no longer able to buy it from SOE because that company doesn't exist. So, in fact, the terms of the EULA are impossible to follow now. So, should they be kept? Anyway, I'm going to fuck around with this because that was, like, a game that I dreamed about. And, like, when I was in, like, a junior and senior of high school, Star Wars Galaxies, because it was just, like, this dream game because I just wanted to be, like, a fucking smuggler. You know, like I wanted to be Han Solo, smuggling stuff between that and the Empire, try and track me down. There'd be other players, and it sounded really fun. But I was unable to play it because you needed a credit card. So now it seems like I can at least try it. And I'm sure it's going to be like when I tried to play EverQuest. And it's just like, oh, this is a mess. The UI is impossible. But I'd like to at least see what it looks like because it sounds like there's a pretty big community keeping the game alive. So... that's cool. Anyways. Yeah, so I'm glad we talked about that. What else do we have? How long have we been playing for? Where are we at in the time? I don't even fucking know.
Technically, I think about an hour 45 after all the HQ stuff.
Matt is chatting on Twitch from his fucking goddamn
Hey,
toilet.
Twitch.
He's literally pooping right now, Matt is. He's fucking tweeting from the toilet. He's trying to make fun of me. While I'm here on the line talking to you folks. Fuck, well, god damn it, I gotta get the YouTube link open because the Twitch doesn't tell us how long we've been on, whereas the YouTube video does.
Twitch used to tell us how long
we're at about the 2-hour mark now, so I don't think we got much left to talk about. So
when Matt gets back, when Matt gets back, when she's actually listening to us talk right now, he should probably.
No, I got one more thing we can talk about, but I need Matt.
Yeah, what do we got?
For it. Well, we got our blank of the blank.
Yes,
this,
our weekly segment.
Our new weekly segment that we skipped last week because I didn't have anything. But I found one.
I could I'll just throw a sound cue. We got this. You ready?
All right, yep, do it.
It's gonna be really bad.
Okay. Oh my god, that was heinous.
That was so bad.
That was the worst fake duck quacking I've ever heard. Like that's what we got. We've got milkshake duck of the week this week. Matt's yelling now from across the room.
Matt, we're not waiting for you. It's fine.
Matt, you take it. Why are you pooping for an hour in the middle of the podcast?
Just 4 more hours.
He's saying vamp. Okay. So TJ, how's life? How are the holidays, TJ? We're getting close to the end of the holiday season. Why was it horrible? Did you get a lot of returns at GameStop?
No. Work was perfectly fine. Life's horrible. It's fine.
Why is life horrible, TJ? Tell me. I'm your coach.
Well, we dealt with
I'm your life coach.
We dealt with a lice outbreak at the house, so there was
what?
that.
You had strep throat.
And then
now lice.
Yeah, and then lice. Yeah.
Up.
They hear
Something's happening. I hear something. Matt, what time is it? Matt dropped his headphones.
Don't worry, guys. I made it here on time.
Good.
Matt, what time is it?
How was your poop? This is the worst segment because it's like just ducks quacking for like 5 minutes, and I'm like, when should I cut in? So let's talk about the milkshake duck of the week this week. We talked about police to start the show. We're going to talk about police to end the show.
Oh, no.
We should probably redefine milkshake duck just for a couple more weeks until people know what it is.
So if you don't know what a milkshake duck is, milkshake duck was a term coined by a Twitter person, Pixelated Boat, saying a milkshake duck is a duck, cute duck on the internet that drinks milkshakes, and then
everybody loves milkshake duck.
Everybody loves milkshake duck. Like minutes later, we regret to inform you, milkshake duck is racist. And it's a phenomenon that happens in the viral world that we have today, where, such as Florida, will have a Gainesville police officer post a selfie and become the meme of the hot cop because he's an attractive, handsome-looking cop man, swooping in to help residents in the wake of Hurricane Irma. Michael Hamill, who is an officer of the Gainesville Police Department since October 2016, has officially turned in his badge on December 6th of 2017. His resignation comes during an internal affairs investigation into a number of anti-Semitic Facebook messages he posted, as well as allegations that he had sex while on duty. So rather than follow through with the internal investigation, he decided to resign from the police force. Here it is. The police department, the Gainesville Police Department, didn't want to end it there, even though he resigned, and said that they were confident that his resignation was an effort to pre-exempt the investigation's findings, telling the paper both allegations would have been sustained with a possible recommendation of up to termination. So they're like, yeah, we know that he was going to be found guilty, and he just decided to resign before that would happen. Of course,
so the hot cop is the one in the middle of the selfie?
Yep. During the course of the investigation, he was suspended with pay, according to the department, which is awesome. Let me just post some racist shit on my Facebook so I can get paid to not work. Seems pretty good. Wait, here we go. In the wake of Hamill's offending post, all new recruits will tour the Florida Holocaust Museum in St. Petersburg before they're sworn in as officers.
That'll fix their anti-Semitism.
So what happened was, this even goes as far back as in September, like his anti-Semitic comments. Let's dive into these to just see what they were, because somebody delightfully snapped these on Facebook before he deleted them. Here we go. Who knew that reading Jewish jokes before I go to bed would not only make me feel better about myself, but also help me to sleep better as well? Here's one for everybody. What's the difference between Boy Scouts and Jews? Anybody know? Well, it's because Boy Scouts come back from their camps. Wow. What a class act this gentleman is.
That's real bad.
This is the people that are showing up to the SWAT response calls, by the way.
Yeah, this is like, if you're Trey and Matt Parker, maybe you can get away with that kind of joke, but not if you're an average dude.
Maybe when you've produced decades of content that has
also,
a context.
I realized I accidentally made it sound like they were either brothers or married, Trey Parker and Matt Stone.
They are married. So I find it funny that people will talk about how our government needs to do something about our economy, and in reality it is you who needs to stop taking advantage of our system and get a life and go do something. We gotta love reality when it hits you in the face. Stupid people annoy me. Put them in an oven and deal with them the Hitler way. Haha. I like how he just takes a real sharp turn there at the end of that one.
No, it's totally fine if you just put in a ha-ha at the end. Hitler was all like, eugenics, ha-ha.
Oven. So this guy, after this had surfaced, he became an internet sensation. The viral like bad fucking jokes came out, or not even jokes really, just horrible racist shit he's saying. The police said, we're reviewing it. He's been suspended with pay. Yeah, he's done. So I just love how this is like literally one good thing that I guess has come from the reactionary internet. Not that it's good in any way, and I gotta admit the internet pile-on shit is bad, because you'll have people like, I forget who it was. Somebody just tweeted some like dumbass
Keaton Jones
joke.
Oh no, the woman who tweeted the AIDS joke.
Yeah, there was like really, when you think about it, like just bad because she just worded it poorly and it was taken out of context. That clearly had she had not
preying on like racism, like racist stereotypes of the past, but like also, I don't know, if you say something horrible, you deserve consequences, but also maybe you don't deserve your whole life to be destroyed.
Well, yeah. Okay, well, and to be fair to her, when you hear her explain that particular thing, I think it was saying something about how, like, what was it? She was going to Africa, so she needed to, like, get her, like, AIDS checkup or something like that.
Well, she was like, oh, don't worry, I won't get AIDS. I'm white.
Yeah. So it's like a thing that I think when she explained it was like some weird, like, she meant it as in, like, because she's like a privileged person, she doesn't have to deal with the reality that AIDS is. But that doesn't come through in a tweet. Like, you can't use Twitter for stuff like that. And the thing is that, like, the reason why it got so bad...
destroy somebody's life based on 140 characters. Like,
yeah, especially in this case, because, like, with this fucking racist fucking anti-Semitic cop, clearly he posted multiple times about burning people in ovens. This guy is not just, that was taken out of context. No, this guy is a fucking bigot. But, like, in this case, the funny part about the woman who had the AIDS... joke was she went on a plane, phone went off for 3 hours, came back, her life was ruined. For 3 hours she didn't know what she had done.
The reason I bought that John Ronson book is because I'm afraid that I'll just say some dumb shit on the internet and like it'll go viral and I'll be done for. Like,
I will say this, though, about that woman whose life was ruined by that. Do you remember her name? I don't. And maybe you do because you read the book.
Pop Smith.
Yeah. It's like, that's over at this point. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, her life was ruined, but probably it's a couple years later, she'll be back. Like, obviously, if you're not a horrible bigot, you're going to be able to recover.
In a world where we have president rapist, stuff doesn't stick around.
Yeah, we crossed the line, I think, as a society where the bar has been lowered. So, yeah. But, yeah, that was kind of a funny thing because that was like kind of one of those situations, too, whereas if she had not tweeted that right before getting on a plane, she probably could have seen a couple initial negative reactions and be like, oh, no, I didn't mean it that way. Fuck.
No,
delete the tweet.
No.
Like, whoops. That got taken out of context. Because totally,
just imagining that, because America to like when I went to Botswana, it was New York to Johannesburg, and that was I think a 12-hour flight, maybe a little bit less.
Well,
but the thoughts that like 12 hours of Twitter outrage can happen while you don't have cell reception.
Yeah,
it's just like. That's fucking terrifying.
It's a nightmare. So I'm going to talk about a very potentially racist thing that I said once. Okay. So I was in a Psych 101 class, and we had talked about stuff, and they were talking about how like Sweden's prison system is like this, like really nice. They have all these jails where like you don't like aren't like incarcerated behind bars and stuff and like that. And then someone was like, why is that different than America? And I said it's because there's no black people in Sweden. And as soon as I said that, I said what I meant to be blunt when I said that. But what I meant to say that is that there aren't racist cops locking up people in mass numbers in Sweden. because that's the problem that we have in America, is that if you're a person of color, you're more likely to be arrested for the same things that other people are doing. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just a system we have racism in our country that they don't have, which is why part of why our prison system is so fucked up, because it is a place where black youth is funneled to by society, and it's horrible.
Check out the 13th
and they don't have
on
that.
Netflix. It'll make you feel real bad about the world.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so that was an instance where if I would have tweeted that, I would have probably been crucified. When it was
but your whole point was,
I didn't mean to say it that way. I need to explain what I meant to say in a paragraph and take back what I said, because I didn't mean it in that way. And that's like the kind of discussion you can have in a classroom where I was able to not really apologize, because nobody called me out on it. But I was able to expound that into a talk on how our society is a racist prison system, which doesn't exist when you live in a country that is like 98% one race.
And who's
anyway? It's just like one of those things that, like, if you don't get a chance,
police force wasn't founded on the idea of returning escaped slaves in the South.
Yes, exactly.
But
and we're like, this is like,
that's
the
not
whole system
something we're allowed
rigged.
to talk about these days. Like,
yeah, it's just kind of like one of those things that. Yep, go.
What I was just the whole the amendment that removed slavery had an exception for felons. So felons are allowed to, like, you're allowed to forced labor felons. And so after slavery was abolished in the South, suddenly a lot of things became illegal when black people did them, like standing around became loitering. And that's where a lot of the stereotype of the scary black person criminal comes from, because we criminalized behavior when black people did it, and then because that stereotype emerged, then you have jumpy cops in Minnesota that are afraid of black people because they grew up thinking of them as criminals, and then shootings happen, and it's all just a straight line from our fucked up past. And nobody wants to actually look into history and figure out how we got to this point. So many people are content with the idea of, like, I was born into this world is normal, without examining it any further. Fuck. Yeah. Fuck everything.
It is kind of fucked up how, like, yeah, I mean, like I said, like, if I would have said that online, I would have been crucified, because I would have realized, oh, maybe I should have worded it as they don't have problems because they don't have racist cops. Is what I meant to say. You know, so yeah. Anyway, that should do it for us. Let's end on a moment of thinking about our Milkshake Duck segment as kind of a thing. I hopefully Milkshake Duck will only be used to out people who are actually horrible bigots, like someone who jokes about putting people in ovens.
Is America the ultimate Milkshake Duck?
Who?
America.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, we're good.
We're
the good guys. We stand for everything. Also, here's all.
We defeated those Nazis, and then
now we're becoming.
Then they found out about our past. We did some shit. Sorry.
This is going to be like on trends like these, how they have a terrible men segment that they hope would only be going like 1 or 2 weeks, and now it's like every week.
No, it's going to be going for a long, long time. Have you heard about Roman history?
What about Roman history?
I'm just saying terrible men have gone back a long, long way.
Oh, yeah. How far back, Matt, have terrible men gone?
Roman history.
And before that, Greeks. Before that.
Good.
I don't know what happened before that.
Yeah.
Batman.
Can I end it on talking about that you can go to the website borninthE80s.net to find episodes, or you can go to patreon.com and search for Born in the 80s podcast and find us there. Is it www.borninthE80s.net? Because it is.
It's www.starwarsgalaxies.com.
Yeah. www.lemonparty.org. Is it lemonparty.org?
Yeah, it is lemonparty.org.
Oh! Don't click that. I found out quickly. That still exists. Don't go to lemonparty.org.
30 Rock.
Yes, every party is a lemon party. Lemon party.
It's not a lemon party without Old Dick.
Anyway, let's move on. Good Twitter.com.
I'd like to end
John
my segment. Instead of plugging myself, I would just like to say sorry. Sorry to the world.
Are you Canadian?
Sorry.
You're saying sorry.
Sorry.
That's like a real Canadian.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
It's too late now
I'm
to say sorry.
Maple syrup.
I love maple syrup on my pancakes. Sorry.
I'm afraid of the dark.
Waffles.
Tim Hortons.
I wanted to bone her, but the mosquitoes were going crazy, and she said there was no way.
There was
now I was
way.
saying Canadian. It's just Northern Hick U.S.
That's also true, because Canadians basically Yoopers, which is the Upper Peninsula people.
Yeah,
well, if you watch Fargo, it all blends together.
Yeah, it's a rich tapestry of accent.
They don't really know what Midwestern accents sound like.
No.
Gonna catch me a couple 2-tree rainbow.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna cash me outside? How about that?
Oh
All right,
yeah.
we'll try it.
How's Susan doing? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Anyway. We're done, right? TJ,
Matt, where
what
can
do you
we
gotta say?
Matt Haig music, but please don't milkshake duck me.
All right, everyone, you need to go through Matt's old tweets. Let's find something we can take out of context.
I actually looked through them, and they were all just like benign, like super boring
So
bullshit.
can I talk to you about something that a lot of Twitter uses now, and I agree with, because Twitter is not
84. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, thank you, Matt.
We'll get to that.
Thank you, TJ.
It's not your turn yet.
No, is that you go to tweetdelete.com and you can sign up for a service that automatically deletes your tweets after 3 months, 6 months, a year, whatever you want to set it to. Just clears it out. Because is there a reason for me to hold on to tweets anymore? No. You can't even look back in tweets easily. Like, there's no point in them existing. Like, past, 3 months. Because if I want to keep photos online, that goes on Facebook. If I want to keep my friends abreast of where I'm at, I put it on Instagram. Twitter is just for fucking shit posting now. It's it. I'm posting memes. Anyway. That's where we are. Alright, I'm done.
Tweetdelete.net.
Thanks for listening.
Alright. Whatever.
May of May 84 at twitter.biz.
May of May 84 at tweetdelete.net.
Yep.
Yep.
I probably have some stuff, but
yeah, but you're not no one's gonna milkshake duck you because
oh, they totally will.
You're not a hot cop. I'm sorry, TJ. I gotta break it to you. You're not a hot cop.
No, I'm not.
And